Welcome back to ICP Strategy. Tim here to break it all down for you. Smash the like, sub to the channel, comment down below. This video is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research, make your own decisions. As Bobby O says, I just kind of say the same thing. Read the description. Oh yeah, I got to make sure to go back in later into YouTube Studio and make sure my descriptions are in each and every video, specifically telling you what to not take from me, which is advice on your financial situation. But today I need to talk about ICP, and I need to compare it to a barrel of oil. That's right. How is that even possible to even make this comparison? Because what is oil? It is the energy infrastructure of the world. And when the price of oil goes up, when a barrel of oil goes up over $100, what happens? The price of everything goes up because everything is dependent on that. You got to make it into gas. You got to be able to use the gas in order to drive cars and trucks and run the world. Use oil for whatever oil is used for. And what is ICP at the end of the day? It's fuel for Web3, the future of the internet, the future of interweb technology, interconnectability between businesses, AI being able to run on chain freely without interference from outside influences. And it's going to be used, therefore the price of an ICP, or should I say a digital barrel of oil, is going to go up. And then it's going to get burned just like oil, and people are going to have to pay for that in order to use it, specifically businesses, not necessarily retail. We're sitting around waiting for retail to get on board and buy it all up so it can pump our bags. That will happen once it's necessary to happen, once retail realizes that the price is going up, because it's a necessary thing for businesses. And I know we like to say in the industry that B2B cryptos are no good because retail isn't interested and it's just boring. Well, this isn't the meme coin, all right? ICP is infrastructure. So we need to realize that we're getting in now on something that is going to be scarce, valuable. It's fuel, and that fuel is going to have to be burned and paid for and bought. And when it's paid for, that's actually going to be saving money for any of the business funds, institutions, countries that are using it, because it's saving them millions of dollars, if not billions, on IT security, and also simplifying their entire, accounting, management, warehousing systems, everything that is interconnected. I don't know exactly how all that stuff works, but I know it's complicated because I listen to a lot of Bobby O videos, and they need it, bottom line. So they're gonna have to onboard into ICP, and trust me, Definity wants to get businesses, countries on board. They're trying to get Pakistan, Switzerland. All right, we don't even know what they're doing behind the scenes. They're beating the pavement, they're hitting the streets trying to sell this whole program, and setting them up, educating people. And we got influencers. Think about it. When you own ICP, not financial advice, I own ICP. I'm not telling you what to do with your money, but when you do, all the influencers that are coming out of the woodwork, like myself, to talk about this and educate the masses, they're doing work on your behalf, okay? And the more you own, the more you have staked, the more that is compounding, the more that the word and education and usage is getting out there into the world. That's just benefiting the owners of the underlying token, all right? The underlying owners of these barrels of digital oil that we got to hold on to and stake and keep. We don't want to sell. I can't tell you what to do, but rich people don't get rid of their assets, all right? That's one thing we know. They don't just panic sell or panic buy or dump, when prices go up a little bit. I mean, I'm sure they do sometimes. I'm sure if prices are sky high on something, they might, you know, take a little profit or whatever. But remember, you have to pay taxes on that profit. And then that asset is no longer working for you anymore. So rich people don't like that. Wealthy people, the Rockefellers and the robber barons, they don't like to relinquish their assets. So when you have your principal asset, not financial advice, I'm not telling you what to do, especially if it's staked and you're making a percentage and it's increasing in value because of the awareness and the increased usage, which ends up being more and more, then you continually get that so-called dividend payment, and that can be compounded, and that can go on forever, and it only goes up, right? It's not going to go down. Well, it might go down temporarily, but it's going to continue to compound during the bear market, like which we're in right now. You can still build while it's compounding. You have an opportunity to add to your stack, add to your stake. That's what I would suggest doing. Not like some influencers that say, keep some liquid, keep some short-term staked, keep some long-term. It's like, yeah, I mean, it's good that you have long-term stuff, but it's not good that you have liquid, because once you give it up, you can't get it back. Remember, the inflation rate isn't higher than Bitcoin. It's actually less because it's not all staked. Bitcoin is cranking out, the 5%. It's going to go down, obviously, in the future, but, as far as like what it's doing right now, maybe it's probably a little bit less, but whatever. It doesn't matter, whether you're staking. It's not a staking coin, it's a proof of work. Whereas ICP, not all of it's staked, and not all of it's staked for the max. So therefore, it's not just maxing its inflation rate at all times. In fact, it's burning a lot of times. The more the usage goes up, the inflation actually can go down into deflation, and it's still needed, but it can be broken up into infinite pieces. So you're not going to really run out per se when they need it for the burning mechanism in order to fuel their business infrastructure that takes place within these secure canisters. But they are going to need more continuously on, and the price will go up because of that, especially once they figure out that they can stake it for the long term, and it's creating passive income. I'm not a financial advisor, but that's free money, okay? That's free money that comes in continuously. And you can either cash out and just live, your most wealthiest dream life, or you can compound and continue growing your own empire of ICP and underlying assets. Future videos, I do want to get into some of the altcoins on ICP as well. OpenChat and GoldDAO and all those ones. I'm not saying those are something you should or shouldn't invest in, but I think that's important to take a look at too, because when ICP becomes the main infrastructure, the main coin, the main thing that is right up there with Bitcoin and ETH, then it's kind of like, look how much Solana blew up because of its underlying meme coins. And none of those coins did anything. There's meme coins. Now we have underlying assets, infrastructure coins that can actually build real world businesses and do things that are a little bit more important than just being silly speculative pump and dump projects. So that's it. That's what we're looking at. Like and subscribe. I'm going to keep doing these videos. I'm trying to get better at it, but I'm just beginning. Luckily, there's not that many subscribers, so, you know, I'm going to get hopefully like into the groove of how to be a good YouTuber. But yeah, we'll get there.